Welcome, guys. I'm Eagle McMahon. Joining me is Simon Lizotte. We're here for the 2017 Konopiště Open at the beautiful Franz Ferdinand course in Czech Republic. How are you, Simon?
Yeah, it's great to be back. We're back on the World Tour. Back on one of the prettiest, longest courses we play all year. And yeah, we're ready for some good competition out there.
Yeah, definitely. This course, it is super long and probably one of the most picturesque courses I have ever played. As soon as I saw it, it easily made my top 5 favorites.
Pretty fun featured card once again with Paul, Seppo, Eagle, and myself. I think this is my 5th or 6th featured card this year. And I'm kind of getting used to it. I'm starting to like it.
Hole 1, we got 122 meters downhill. This is the one hole on the course with probably the most OB. It's all down the left side. So you're kind of aiming more towards the right side just so you don't start off with a bogey.
Yeah, defending champion right here. I like it. There's not many tournaments where I can say that, so it's something special. My game plan here was actually throwing a sidearm, but then I lost
confidence.
I lost my confidence in it, and I just threw a putter straight at it, which turned out to be probably the right decision.
Yeah, I'd say so. Green hit to start off. Looks like Paul's throwing a rock 3.
It's DX rock 3. Yep.
McPro or DX, one of the two.
He throws rocks pretty good, I'd say.
Oh yeah.
2014 European champion
Seppo Paju, Turku, Finland.
This is my first time playing with Seppo in I don't know how long. Like, we've played together when we were real young, like probably almost 9 or 10 years ago we already played together, and I was expecting him to play some tournaments in the States this year because he was there, but did he injure himself?
I'm not sure what the case was. Did he? I don't even think he played Memorial. I think he was just kind of playing small local events. So my number one goal was not to throw it out of bounds, just kind of throw it to the right. And what can I say? I'm nervous on hole 1, Paul McBeth, and the reigning champion of the Konopiště Open.
No, you were not nervous.
I threw it straight out of bounds.
Were you really nervous a bit?
No, my body doesn't work after being sick.
Yeah, Eagle and I both, like, Eagle really had a pretty, he had a fever and not good, and I got a bit of it, but I was feeling all right.
We're actually commentating somewhat sick right now.
You can hear it in our voices.
Yeah.
We're a little deeper than usual. All right, 25-footer to save a bogey?
Bogey, yeah. And
oh my God.
I missed it, but it went in.
Taking a 5 on that hole would have been rough.
Oh my gosh, I would have cried.
Seppo trying to do the same thing.
What, take a 5?
No, take a 4. He really changed his putting style from last year.
He was putting like that at USDGC.
Oh, maybe then it's more than a year ago, but Paul, Mr. Straddle Putt. Do you know the exact reason why he does that?
I think it was...
I've heard it once, but I'm not sure.
Because of his back. Just the normal staggered stance kind of irritates it. I'm not entirely sure, though.
So Paul and myself, we start with birdies, which is pretty much the dream start. It's really not... That hole's not as easy as it looks.
Not at all. On to hole 2. Hole 2. This hole is kind of tricky in a way. You have to throw kind of like a gliding hyzer on this one to land in this open spot you see here, and then set yourself up for kind of a straight low up shot.
Yeah, because you didn't play last year, so one of the first things you said was that it's way more elevation than you expected.
Yeah, guys. On the film, it almost looks flat. This is a pretty steep grade right here. There's a lot of elevation on this course.
Yeah, I make that one mistake on that shot you really don't want to make, is to go a little long and right. You'd rather be short and left, because if you're on the right side, like hugging those trees on the right and long, it makes your second shot really, really tough. A 4 is not a bad score, but playing on this featured cars, you're really not looking to lose any strokes.
Seppo throwing a nice hyzer up there. It looks like he made the mistake that Simon did. Just going a little bit too long. Throwing a PD2 here. It's a good skip.
That's pretty much the perfect shot.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Seppo with a good forehand up.
And again, on video, that looked like a decent shot, but it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to get in the circle from there is really good.
That's a really smooth up shot from there.
Yeah, he made that look so easy again. This was an awkward stance.
Which turns out to be a really good shot.
It was so much better than I ever expected it to be.
Me too.
I almost felt bad for it.
Yeah. And that shot, in practice, I don't know, like whenever I try to throw a turnover or any sort of control shot, it has been terrible. So I was just thankful that my shot went there from where I was.
It was not a great throw, but a good result.
It was an okay throw with a good result.
So we're looking at a star frame on this hole, which is, I'd pretty confidently say we're the only card to do that.
I'd probably say that as well.
Good hole, guys. Good hole. Paul and I still 2 for 2, and Seppo and Eagle back to par. Hole 3. This gives you a first little flavor of what this course is all about. 319 meters, which is 1,000 feet-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And props to the drone flyer for navigating through these woods and along this fairway, because I'm impressed with technology that the drone can even still get the signal that far away. This hole is so good. It's a true par 5.
True par 5.
A 3 is almost impossible, and a 4 is really good.
Almost impossible. 2 perfect shots would get you a 3. Which
if you can throw 500 feet.
Mm-hmm. Which that's what a par 5 should be. This shot right here is very impressive. I was not expecting Paul to not go with a roller, because that's pretty much, in my opinion, like the only play off this hole.
Yeah, I agree. The roller is the only play. The shot Paul threw it involves so much more skills than throwing just a roller to the ground, because look at Seppo's shot and my shot. We all end up more or less in the same spot, but his just takes so much more control and skill. So it's an interesting choice, I think. Maybe he just wanted to show off.
That might have been it.
The one thing on the side slope, again, the video doesn't really show how, it's a hill we're throwing on. and you really have to turn it over way more than you think you do.
Yeah, it's really slanted. Guys, get ready. Please laugh at this shot. Oh my gosh. The basket's not over there. I don't know what happened, but I just threw a major grip lock, and it really felt terrible.
Yeah, look where Eagle's disc went, and look where he wanted to throw it.
That's
where you wanted to
That's
go.
where you want to go.
Yeah, I even heard you in the background go like, whoa.
Oh gosh. Wow.
When Paul released this throw, I thought he was getting a 3. But then he clipped that one tiny branch and got pretty much robbed for at least one stroke there.
Definitely. And this is the first time you ever threw that disc, right?
I threw it in practice. But, yeah, I was in a tough spot. I didn't turn my roller over enough, so I wasn't too unhappy with my second shot, even though it wasn't great. I still had a chance to get a 4. But not like that. Little long. It was tough to gauge the distance from there because I couldn't see the basket.
And where I'm at, there's really no attacking the baskets. That was the only play that I could do.
Paul's second shot, 1 inch different, and he's putting for 3, and now he's struggling to save a par at the next tee pad.
This is me throwing for my 4. Bullseye, gonna be tapping in for par.
It doesn't count as a bullseye hit, though, because... Or does it? No, it doesn't.
It's in the bullseye.
There'll be a bullseye putt, but not a bullseye hit.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bullseye hit. Seppo played this hole perfectly. Not perfectly, but as close to perfect not being perfect.
What? He played it very well.
And Paul missed a 50-footer. And I missed a 40-footer. I really wanted to give that putt a run, but too many branches in my way.
Should have done it.
Yeah, even though this is a tough hole, we're looking at 3 5s here and a 4 from Seppo. Which I'm pretty sure besides Seppo, we're all not very happy with that result. On these par 5s, we really want birdies.
Yeah, exactly. So Seppo will be taking the box on hole 4. Hole 4, 109 meters. This is a birdie hole, but I wouldn't say you can necessarily count it. There's 2 options. You can either shoot the gap, or there's a big hyzer route that probably most big arms will take.
I don't know how many big arms will take that. You really, really have to throw it to get it over those pine trees on the right, and then you got to hit a gap through the birches. But the straight shot is also pretty tough. Seppo makes it look pretty easy, though.
That's a green hit right there.
Really good shot. I thought I clipped that tree when I released, so I was happy.
Bullseye.
That's pretty good.
Pretty parked. Wasn't this the whole Paul ace last year?
Yeah, I think he threw a metal flake T-bird, or T-bird 3?
T-bird 3, I believe.
Yeah, but he didn't want to repeat that since he left it like 40 short.
Throwing a PD2 big hyzer. It felt really good out of the hand.
Yeah, I thought I might go in. Wow, it was close.
Wow, that was really close. That would have been pretty cool. That McBeast focus. And boom.
He's a lot happier right now than he looks, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting a putt dead center from 45 feet is really nice, even for Paul McBeth. Dead center again for Seppo.
That was good.
There's like a shorty hole on this course. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. That putt was pretty bad, but it could have stuck. But it was bad enough to where it didn't.
I get my favorite kind of birdies. Tap-ins.
Those are the best kind of birdies, where you don't even have to think about making a putt.
Paul and myself 3 for 4.
And-
Seppo 2 down.
And myself messing up the star frame.
Hole 5. This is one of the holes you'll see a couple different approaches to on the tee shot. In practice last year, actually, I was putting for a 2 on it from
What?
like 40 feet. If the wind is slightly favorable, even though there's not much wind out here, and you blast this Sky Anheuser, it is twoable.
It is?
It is, yes.
Go to it then.
Seppo opting for a roller, which is, I can kind of understand why, but not really. He has so much power, like the Sky Anheuser just seems so much easier. The roller just has so many, it leaves so much room for error.
I remember you saying that was one of the worst shots of your life.
Yeah, I just said that to be stupid, but it felt so bad because that shot is so easy for us. There's so much room up there, and we just have to throw it as hard as we can around that tree. Or in the tree.
I get a little lucky and
Of
fight
course.
through it a little bit. Of course, luckiest player on tour.
I'm trying to get a little tricky here with my D-line FD. I didn't have anything from where I was, and I think I threw the best shot possible from that spot.
If it would have kept going, I thought you were gonna get your par or get your birdie. Oh, ouch!
This is the mistake most players will make, is to leave their upshot short on this hole because it looks so much closer than it is. That's what I learned on this hole. You have to throw it way harder on your second shot. And Seppo playing in the woods. Paul kind of does the same thing you did, but gets, wow. He missed that tree by like a millimeter.
He does the same thing I did, but he gets through the tree where I hit it. It's world champ love, I swear.
He earned it.
He has.
Seppo making sure he gets that 4. I was really trying to run this, but tried too hard and hit the first branch.
Did you try so hard, but you lost it all?
Exactly.
But in the end, it doesn't really matter. Captain in. Birdie time.
Paul taking a stroke on the card, which...
Avery Jenkins in the background approves of that putt.
Yeah, we're just cleaning up pars here. Again, this is one of the holes which, for me personally, I really count on a birdie on this hole. This is one of like the 5 holes on the course where I think there's no way I'm not going to birdie this hole. So
I can definitely see that.
I was clearly furious right now.
You're clearly furious.
Everyone doing all right. You got to get your round going.
Exactly.
Now this hole, hole 6, again one of the shorter holes. You'll see a lot of sidearms. You'll see a lot of straight mid-range shots. It's slightly downhill. And the road behind the basket is OB, which is not really in play, but can be if you throw a really bad shot. And this is, for some reason, a tough hole, even though it's so simple.
Exactly. I don't know what it is. Paul is going for... I thought he threw this really bad out of his hand, but it ended up working and putting himself inside the circle.
Yeah, this whole, it's like a phenomenon that bad shots still end up like on circle's edge.
I don't understand it. When I first threw it, I thought you had to throw a sidearm around the tree, but the play is to, I feel like, throw a sidearm just before it, and you'll probably end up in the circle.
That was clean.
That was a super clean shot by Seppo.
Oh.
A flight tracker.
Clean enough for a flight tracker. Yeah, it looked like an ace run from where we were, so the video shows it wasn't really that close. I'm trying to trust my sidearm.
I thought this was so bad.
It was really bad, but I get a pretty lucky... Wow, skip and roll.
Inside the circle. Right there.
Yeah, that's kind of what the hill does, though. Usually you'll skip the wrong way.
That shot was so bad, and when I threw this, I was like, oh, that's definitely better than Simon's shot.
It was... I think you threw it better than I did, but you didn't get a better skip than I
had
did.
a terrible skip.
You gotta play the skip.
You can't... There isn't any skips on this course. And I'm just getting threes and pars and trucking along.
I was not expecting Paul to miss that putt.
Yeah, he wasn't expecting to miss that putt.
I'm thinking right now, I can get a stroke on Paul. Yeah. Just walk it off. Walk it off.
Seppo for birdie.
Yeah, after Seppo's bogey in hole 1, he's been killing it. Making it look easy.
Simon with the 2 and Seppo with the 2 on hole 7. Number 7. This is probably on the list of easiest holes on the course. Basically, just throw your favorite straight fairway driver just straight up and get your 2.
Yeah, I've seen some people try and reach it with mid-range, which I think is the wrong idea because, again, it's way more uphill than it looks in the video, guys. It's a really long 93 meters. Probably plays like more like 110.
He misses that one tree and fights through. He'll find himself just inside the circle.
I'm throwing a first run PD and I shank it. Like, that's not a good throw. I kind of kick backwards too, so I leave myself maybe like a 40 footer, maybe a little less. This hole is one of the holes you just want a bullseye.
Pretty much, yeah.
You can't really go long, and there's no reason to leave it short. So, and it's just straight. It just feels so easy. Even though straight is the hardest shot in the game, right?
Yep. Did you know you were going to make that putt?
I had one of these days where the basket felt closer than it was. I don't know if you know that feeling, but like a 30 footer felt like a 15 footer.
Wow. I've had that feeling a few times.
Yeah, I didn't know I was gonna make it, but I knew there was a good chance if I just give the disc a chance to go in. I didn't feel like I could miss left or right.
Oh, Seppo, no. We just don't want that star frame again.
No, and since we've been doing these statistics things, like a miss in the circle feels even worse. Because you know you have to write that 2 putts inside, which, you just don't want that. Through 7 holes, somehow Paul and I are 5 down, which...
I'm under par finally. Hole 8. This is the hole that you just can't count on anything. Just because there's 2 guardian trees that are blocking the line of the basket, and ideally you'd want to play an overstable skip sidearm where you get the skip sometimes, but other times you don't. So you can't really count on a 2 on this hole.
Yeah, I would argue this is the easiest par 3 on the course.
I disagree, because weird stuff happens all the time on it.
For some reason, I practiced this hole and I thought that playing the skip is the right shot and not going air shot. But in round 2, I will throw a backhand.
Turnover?
No, straight. I'll go straight through the right gap between the 2 birches.
Here, stop it. Spoilers.
Wait, it's round 2. It hasn't happened yet.
Spoilers. Oh, and that is right on circle's edge.
Guys, all our sidearms right there are really bad throws. Like, we're making this hole look, even though Eagle said it's a tough hole, which is not. We make this hole look really hard. This is literally one of the easiest holes on the course. It's so short, and it's right there. You just have to miss that pine tree. Seppo gave this a great run. I was hoping he would make that. Right out of my hand, I knew that was garbage. Where was your putt? Wow, Jomez production missing a putt. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, well, it didn't go in, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Didn't need to see it.
I like it. But shout out to those guys. They are decent at their job, I'd say. I guess everyone appreciates what they do, even though they missed Eagle's missed putt.
I like that they did it. Thank you, Jomez.
And I would also say we were probably the only card to get all 3s in that
Star par.
So bad.
Oh no. Hole 9, 288 meters downhill. The first shot, you play a towering hyzer over the left side. You want to be left side on the shot because it opens up the second shot to be more of a hyzer.
Yeah, it depends on if you prefer throwing a straight second shot or a hyzer second shot. But I would agree that you would prefer to be left than right. But as long as you're in the fairway, you're looking at a possible 3. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a crush.
Was it the best shot that this hole's ever seen?
I think it might be.
Oh, and you got that massive skip.
Of course.
Of course. Luckiest player on tour.
That was probably a 550-foot hyzer.
Mm-hmm. And then...
Which still leaves me like 250 feet. And what Paul did there is not normal. You do not hit that branch usually.
I kind of rolled my wrist over on this and pulled a little bit right, but this is kind of more on the right side. I got to skip backwards? What?
It didn't skip backwards.
It skipped to the right. But I'll have more of a straight up shot. Opposed to
And I
Simon.
thought you threw the wrong disc, by the way, but that's okay. It's just what I thought.
I threw like the same disc that you did.
No, I threw first run, which is understable.
That one is understable.
Okay, sorry. I take back my comment. I thought you should throw your blue one.
My blue one's not understable.
Wow!
Whoa.
I had no idea he got so unlucky. He skipped uphill over the path.
There was a massive headwind and
Massive.
Yes.
Like really massive, like 5 mile an hour.
It was a big headwind for a place that has no wind.
You're just setting yourself up to make a good putt, right?
Yeah, you can't make a big putt with parking everything.
Exactly. No excitement with only good shots. That's a really good throw. Really good throw. The 3 on this hole is really good. That's one of the long par 4s.
And you're throwing a putter upshot. Not
My
even
drive
that
was...
hard.
I was like 100 feet past all you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it was a pretty easy 3 from there. Bullseye hit, ladies and gentlemen.
I really have no idea how this goes in, because if you look at film for the last, I don't know, 2 years, I don't make long putts. And
Yeah,
I
not
was
with that attitude.
just so happy.
Good.
Oh, wow. I didn't see that.
Worst kind of misses is to like tap the rim and roll. Paul to save par? No doubt. But look at his angry eyes.
Those beast eyes.
Beast is not pleased.
Oh, Seppo. You don't like that feeling whenever it happens.
Yeah, birdie to bogey is one of the worst parts about this game. Quick tap and 3 for me here on this long par 4, which is a good feeling. Good start to open up the back 9.
Simon 6 down, Paul 5 down, Seppo and myself 2 down.
Keep on dreaming.
Simon Lizotte, 100% inside the circle. Wow, really just killing it. 22% bullseye. He's last year's champ.
Green hits look all pretty good. You only hit 33% of greens.
No,
Dude, what are you doing?
body's sick.
Okay.
It doesn't work right.
Couple long putts we had this front 9, and can promise the back 9 will have a couple more long putts.
Oh yeah. Thanks guys for tuning in to the front 9, and we hope to see you on the back 9.
Or you hear us on the back 9.